Dear students, good morning everyone. Hearty welcome to online English class. Dear students, in previous class, we studied about direct and indirect speech. At the same time, we studied about the meaning of direct speech and the meaning of indirect speech. In the meanwhile, we learned about some important rules for changing direct speech into indirect speech. Hopefully, you got some ideas how to change from direct speech to indirect speech. In previous class. Dear students, we need to understand the importance of direct and indirect speech in English. We communicate the English language in our day-to-day life. When it comes to direct speech, when it comes to indirect speech, we need to understand when it comes to indirect speech. While changing direct speech into indirect speech, we need to keep some important rules in our mind so that we'll be able to change from direct speech to indirect speech. As I told you in the previous class, when it comes to the examination, you need to be able, or you must be able to change from direct speech to indirect speech. There will be a question on a direct speech in your examination. You will be asked to change from direct speech to indirect speech. What I want to tell you is, there will be a question on a direct speech in examination. You will be asked to change from direct speech to indirect speech. If you have the idea about a direct and indirect speech, you'll be able to change from direct speech to indirect speech. If you have no any idea, you won't be able to change from direct speech to indirect speech. Children, before you change direct speech into indirect speech, what rules do we follow? What rules do we follow while changing direct speech into indirect speech? We need to understand some important rules to be followed while changing. Certain words, adverbs are changed. While changing direct speech into indirect speech, certain adverbs are changed. Say, let us take a look at the change of adverbs. While changing direct into indirect speech, certain words are changed. How? Let's take a look at change of adverbs. See, direct speech. In a direct speech today, while changing direct speech into indirect speech, today we change to that. This is the rule, right? And the next point is tonight. Tonight. In a direct speech, tonight. While changing direct speech into indirect speech, tonight we change to that night. Right. Dear students, can you hear me? Am I audible? Am I visible? Hopefully you all can hear me. Right? In a direct speech, today is there. Okay. While changing direct speech into indirect speech, the adverb today is changed to that day. When it comes to tonight, tonight is changed to that night. Then, when we change from direct speech to indirect speech, today is changed to that day, tonight is changed to that night, and yesterday. What about yesterday? In a direct speech, we find yesterday. While changing direct speech into indirect speech, yesterday is changed to the previous day, right? When it comes to tomorrow, tomorrow is changed to the next day, not yesterday or previous day. Tomorrow is changed to the next day. While changing direct speech into indirect speech, when we want to change from direct speech to indirect speech, certain of these adverbs are changed like this, right? When it comes to here, H-E-R-E, here, when we change from direct speech to indirect speech, the adverb here is changed to there. Here is changed to there. Next, now. The adverb now, last one. Now. The adverb now is changed to then. These adverbs are changed like this. When we want to change direct speech into indirect speech, certain adverbs are changed like this. Dear students, let's take a look at in previous class we studied lots of examples. In previous class, we studied a lot of examples related to direct speech. At the same time, we learned how to change from direct speech to indirect speech. Let us continue the examples, how to change from direct speech to indirect speech. In today's class, let's take a look at the first example. See, direct speech. DS. Raju said, I am busy. This is direct speech, right? Raju said, I am busy. This is direct speech. Raju said is one sentence. I am busy is one sentence. We find here the two simple sentences. We have to combine or we have to join the two sentences with the help of subordinate conjunction that. Right? How to change from direct speech to indirect speech. My question to you is, how to change this direct speech into indirect speech? Before that, we need to understand which is the principal verb in this sentence, or which is the verb in this sentence. See, say is the reporting verb. Said is the reporting verb. Raju said. In this sentence, said is the reporting verb. After that, I am busy. This is second sentence. I am busy is the reported speech. Say, this is reported speech. Right? These students try to understand. Just now we have understood that said is the reporting verb, I am busy is the reported speech. Children, in previous class, we understood that, the meaning of direct speech. I told you the meaning of the direct speech. In a direct speech, the actual words of the speaker are used. What is the meaning of direct speech or what is direct speech? Direct speech is nothing but the actual words of the speaker are used in the direct speech. Direct speech means actual words of the speaker are used in direct speech. Right. When it comes to indirect speech, what is the meaning of indirect speech? Reported speech. Direct speech, the actual words of the speaker are used in direct speech. Whereas we use our words instead of the speaker words in indirect speech. This is the meaning of direct and indirect speech. This means the actual words of the speaker are used in direct speech. We use our words instead of the speaker's words in indirect speech. This is the meaning of direct and indirect speech. Right. Dear students, let us take a look at the first example. Raju said, I am busy. This is direct speech. How do you change from direct speech to direct speech into indirect speech? See, Raju said. Raju said. After that, we have used that. We have to combine the two sentences with the help of the subordinate conjunction that. Right? See, Raju said that. After said, we have used here that. Then I am busy. Who is busy here? Raju is busy. I am busy. These are not my words, these are not your words. I am busy. These are not my words, these are not your words. Children try to understand. I am busy. These are Raju's words. These are Raju's exact words. Okay. While changing direct into indirect speech, we need to understand some important things. We know that the reporting verb is in past tense. Said is in past tense. As I told you in the previous class, when the reporting verb is in past tense, tense can be changed, or the tense form of the direct speech is changed. See, I am busy. The reporting verb is said. The given sentence is present tense. While changing direct into indirect speech, the tense form of the direct speech is changed. The present tense is changed to past tense. The given sentence is here present tense. While changing direct speech into indirect speech, present tense is changed to past tense. Try to keep this point in our mind. Okay. See, how have you changed? I have changed from direct speech to indirect speech. How? Raju said, Raju said. After that, here, after said, comma, there is comma. Here, after said, here is that. Raju said that. I am busy. We should not use the same sentence here. We should change a little bit. How? Here, I refers to Raju. Raju said, I am busy. Raju said, I am busy. Here, I refers to Raju. Right. Instead of I have taken, instead of I have taken he. Instead of am, you have taken was. Then busy. Raju said, I am busy. The indirect speech of this is, Raju said that he was busy. See, when the reporting verb is in past tense, the tense form of the direct speech is changed. When the reporting verb is in present tense, the tense form of the direct speech is not changed. This is the rule. Okay, hopefully you have understood. Dear children, did you understand how to change from direct speech to indirect speech? I am giving you a very, very simple examples. Simple examples, not complex. Very, very simple examples. Right? Dear students, let's move on to the second example. See, the second example is Kiran said to me, I am in Bangalore. This is direct speech. Kiran said to me, I am in Bangalore. This is direct speech. Now tell me, children, which is the reporting verb in this sentence? Raju said to me, in this sentence, which is the reporting verb? Can you think of it? Can you guess? Can you identify? Okay, hopefully you have identified. In this sentence, Kiran said to me, in this sentence, said is the reporting verb. Said is the reporting verb said in present tense or past tense? Now think of it. Now you decide. Now you think of it. Now you need to understand. In which tense form or in which tense is the reporting verb said? The answer is the reporting verb is in past tense. According to the rule, when the reporting verb is in past tense, the tense form of the direct speech is changed. How have you changed? In the first example, the same should follow over here. The present tense is changed to past tense. Here, I am in Bangalore. This is present tense. While changing direct speech into indirect speech, the present tense is changed to past tense. When the reporting verb is in past tense, the tense form of the direct speech is changed automatically. No doubt. Right? Okay. Dear children, now tell me, how do you change the second direct speech into indirect speech? Do you want to change? I will change direct speech to indirect speech. Can you try to change from direct speech to indirect speech? Let's change this sentence. Change this direct speech to indirect speech in your mind. And keep that answer in your mind. When I announce the answer, or when I write the answer, when I announce the answer in front of you or before you, you will come to know whether your answer is correct or not. Right? Dear children, Kiran said to me, the reporting verb is in past tense. Kiran said to me, said is the reporting verb, said is in past tense. Okay, so Kiran said to me, instead of said to me, we have to use the verb told. Kiran told me, not said to me. While changing direct speech into indirect speech, said to is changed to told. Said to is changed to told. Kiran told me. What did Kiran tell me? Now, think. I am in Bengaluru. I'm in Bengaluru. I'm in Bengaluru. These are not my words, these are not your words. These are Kiran's words. Kiran told me like this. How should I report? How should I report his words? How should I change from direct speech to indirect speech? How? Let me tell you. Kiran told me that. Don't forget using the subordinate conjunction that. Kiran told me that. Kiran told me that I am in Bangalore. Do you write the same sentence like this? No. While changing direct speech into indirect speech, the tense form of the see, the tense form of the direct speech is changed when the reporting verb is in past tense. This is the rule. See, Kiran told me that he was in Bengaluru. He was in Bengaluru. I, in this sentence, I refers to Kiran. I refers to Kiran. So I will change to he, I will change to was. We have changed from direct speech to indirect speech with the rules, with some changes. See, let me tell you one more time. How should we change from direct speech to indirect speech? When it comes to the second example, how to change from direct speech to indirect speech? Let me tell you one more time. Kiran said to me, Kiran told me that I am in Bangalore. This is changed to as he was in Bangalore. Kiran told me that he was in Bangalore. This is indirect speech. Dear students, hopefully you have understood. Children, now tell me, have you understood? Have you followed? Is that clear? Right? If you don't understand while watching, or now you are watching this online class, you have attended the online class. In watching this lesson, suppose you have any doubts or any queries, you need to raise your voice, you need to express your doubts. Do you have any doubt? Or what doubt do you have right now? You have to chat in the chat box. I want to come to know what are your doubts. What doubt are you facing right now? What doubt do you have right now related to direct and indirect speech? How to change from direct speech to indirect speech? If you have any doubt or if you have any problem, if you have any issues related to this topic, just chat in the given chat box. I want to come to know what are your doubts, what are your queries, what are your problems, or what are your issues. Children, hopefully you are on the track, you understand what I'm explaining you, right? Dear students, let's move on to the second example. The second example is over. Let's move on to the third example, right? See. See. Let's move on to the third example. Okay. The teacher said, I speak English well. Dear students, try to understand. The third direct speech is the teacher said, I speak English daily. The teacher said, what did the teacher say? I speak English daily. It's a said, she speaks English daily. See, the said is the reporting one. I speak English is the reported speech. See, dear children, this is third example. How do you change from direct speech to indirect speech? This is special case in indirect speech, I mean in reported speech. How do you change from direct speech to indirect speech? See, the teacher said, I speak English daily. The teacher speaks English daily. This is her or his habitual action. When it comes to a continuous habitual action, how do you change from direct speech to indirect speech? These are some special cases in English language. Special cases, I mean exceptional cases. When it comes to habitual action, when it comes to habitual action, when it comes to general truth, when it comes to universal truth, the tense form of the direct speech can't be changed. I mean, the tense form of the direct speech is not changed. See, the teacher said in direct speech, it has changed from direct speech to indirect speech. How? The teacher said, the teacher said that, the teacher said that. Here, I refers to the teacher. I refers to the teacher. If we use he or she, the teacher belongs to, the word teacher belongs to he or she, right? See, she speaks English daily. See, dear students, now you see the report, as I told you, that when the reporting verb is in past tense, the tense form of the direct speech is changed. But in this case, the tense form of the direct speech is not changed. I speak English daily. This is present tense. This is simple present. Here is also simple present. The tense form of the direct speech is not changed because I speak English is a continuing habitual action. It is a habitual action. It is day-to-day action. It is teacher's day-to-day action. Teacher speaks English daily. This is teacher's habitual action or day-to-day activity, day-to-day action. So the tense in such cases, the tense form of the direct speech can't be changed. I mean, the tense form of the direct speech is not changed. See, the teacher said, I speak English daily. That if we know, though the reporting verb, we need to understand, children, though the reporting verb is in past tense, the tense form of the direct speech is not changed. Though the reporting verb is in past, according to the rule, when the reporting verb is in past tense, the tense form of the direct speech is changed. This is the rule. But according to this rule, this is not changed. See, the teacher said, I speak English daily. I speak English daily is the teacher's habitual action or continuing habitual action. Teacher speaks English daily. Yesterday, this action began in the past. The same action continues in the present and future also. It is a future. It is a habitual action. See, the teacher said, I speak English daily. This is direct speech. When it comes to indirect speech, when it comes to reported speech, how do you change? Like this. You need to change like this. The teacher said that. The teacher said that she speaks English daily. The teacher said that she speaks English daily. This is indirect speech. Here, we have used the subordinate conjunction that, but here, the tense form of this direct speech is here simple present. Here is also simple present. Okay. Here, the tense form of the direct speech is not changed in reported speech. I mean, in the indirect speech. The tense form of the direct speech is simple present. Here also, in the reported speech also, we see the tense form of the direct speech is same. Why? Because I speak English daily. The teacher said, action is the teacher's habitual action is she speaks English daily. This is the teacher's daily action or habitual action. So the tense form of the direct speech is not changed. When you want to change from direct speech to indirect speech, when it comes to general truths, when it comes to general truths, general truth, when it comes to universal uh, statements, okay, when it comes to general truth, when it comes to universal truths, they remain the same. They can't be changed. When we want to change from direct speech to indirect speech, the general truths, universal actions, universal truths can't be changed in reported speech or in indirect speech. Children, try to understand. Suppose the same sentence. The teacher said I speak English daily. She said in those days we should change in another way. Suppose that the same teacher is not in position to speak English right now or tomorrow. She speak. She used to speak in those days, but not now. How do you change? When it comes to the examination point of view, when it comes to the spoken English, when it comes to the written English, you need to understand. When it comes to the spoken language, you should prefer this one. Okay. When it comes to the written English, when it comes to the examination, you need to change as per the rule. Sometimes you will get confused at the time of the examination. Sir said like this, in examination, the same question has appeared. Sir said this in online class. How should I write? In examination, see, this is habitual action, correct? According to when it comes to the habitual action, the tense form of the direct speech is not changed. This is the rule. And one more rule, when the reporting verb is in past tense can be changed. How? The teacher said that. The teacher said that she spoke English daily. This is a discontinued. This is nothing but this is a discontinued habitual action. The teacher doesn't speak English right now. The teacher doesn't speak English at present. See, when we change from direct speech to indirect speech as the teacher said that she spoke English daily. Here, we have changed from direct speech to indirect speech. The reporting verb is in simple present. By changing direct speech into indirect speech, the simple present is changed to simple past. Then, when the habitual action is discontinued, when the habitual action is discontinued, we should change like this. Real children, don't get confused. After the class is over, if you have any doubt, right now, if you have any doubt right now, you can express or you can share your doubts in chat box. I will answer your question. It's not possible if time doesn't permit you to ask any questions right now. After the class is over, you can ask any type of the questions related to this topic. I will answer, I will give the solutions to your questions. If you have any doubt related to this topic, you can call me, you can WhatsApp me, you can, when time permits you, you can ask the questions. I will give the solutions to your question. Children, let's move on to the next example. Let's move to the fourth example. Rekha said to me, I am Dear students, the fourth example is Rekha said to me, I am active today. Rekha said to me, I am active today. How do you change from direct speech to indirect speech? Children, can you change this direct speech into indirect speech? Just change this direct speech into indirect speech in your mind. Keep the answer in your mind. When I announce the answer, you can judge, you can confirm whether your answer is correct or not correct. Right? Okay. Now, Rekha said to me, this is Rekha said to me, I am active today. This is direct speech. Said to, said is the reporting verb. Said is the reporting verb. Said is in past tense. When the reporting verb is in past tense, tense can be changed. I mean, the tense form of the direct speech is changed. We should follow the rule right now. Okay? Rekha said to me. How do you change? Say to is changed to told. Rekha told me. Okay? Rekha told me. After that, what should you take? What should you use? Do you know? Rekha told me that. Don't forget the subordinating conjunction that. Rekha told me that. Okay, next. I am active today. Who is active today? Rekha is active today. She said, I am active today. Not me, not you. Okay, Rekha is active today. I am active today. She said, I am active today. Not me, not you. She is active today. See, Rekha told me that. Rekha told me that here I will change to she because I refers to or I belongs to Rekha. And we change to was. See, I belongs to Rekha. Instead of I, we should use she. Suppose in this place, Pavan, instead of Pavan, we should use he. Instead of I, we should use he. Now we change to was. She was. Yeah, today. Today it changed to that day. See, while discussing the change of verbs, I told you, in a direct speech, there is today. When it comes to indirect speech, today it changed to that day. Hopefully, we have got this idea. Right. Rekha told me that I am active today. Rekha told me that she was active that day. This is indirect speech. Let me write. Rekha told me. Rekha told me that she was active. Right? See, this is direct speech. Rekha said to me, I am active today. This is direct speech. We have changed this direct speech into indirect speech like this. Rekha told me that she was active that day. She was active that day. Today you change to that day. Right? Did you understand? Understood? Is that clear, children? Okay. Let me give you one more example. How to change direct speech into indirect speech. Right? Ashok said to me, I will go to America tomorrow. See, dear students, The fifth example is the direct speech. The fifth example, the direct speech is Ashok said to me, Ashok said to me, I will go to America tomorrow. Not me, Ashok. These are, I will go to America tomorrow. These are not my words, these are not your words. These are Ashok's words. Okay. The reporting verb, children, the reporting verb is in simple. The reporting verb is in past tense. When the reporting verb is in past tense, the tense form of the direct speech is changed. This is the rule. How? How do you change from direct speech to indirect speech? See, Ashok said it to me. Said to, he changed to told. Ashok told me that. What did Ashok tell me? Tell me. Tell me. What did Ashok tell me? He, he will go to America tomorrow. How do you change from direct speech to indirect speech? See, Ashok said to me, Ashok told me. After that, we have to use the subordinate conjunction that. Ashok told me that. Here, I refers to Ashok. Will it change to would? Okay, will it change to would? Model auxiliaries are changed. While changing direct speech into indirect speech, model auxiliaries are also changed. Shall it change to should? Will it change to would? May it change to might? Okay, like this. Ashok told me that I will go to America tomorrow. This is direct speech. How do you change from direct speech to indirect speech? How? Do you want to change, dear children, do you want to change this from direct, this one, from direct speech to indirect speech? Hopefully, somebody answering. Aishwarya Sajjan answered. Ashok told me that he will go to America the next day. Ashok told me that he will go to America the next day. Right? But a little bit changes to be required right now. Good. You have done good effort. Many thanks to children. Good, you were trying your best. Thank you very much. Dear students, let me answer. Uh, let me tell you how to change from direct speech to indirect speech in such cases. See, Ashok told me that I change to he, will it change to would? Will it change to would? Shall it change to should? Then may it change to might. Right? Ashok told me that he would go to America the next day. Tomorrow it changed to the next day. Right? Adverb. Here, tomorrow is the adverb. When it comes to indirect speech, tomorrow will change to the next day. When it comes to here, the helping verb, will, model auxiliary, will it change? Then I change direct speech into indirect speech. Children, try to understand. The indirect speech of this is, the indirect speech of this is, Ashok told me that he would go to America the next day. The direct speech is, Ashok said to me, I will go to America tomorrow. When it comes to indirect speech, we want to change this one into indirect speech. How to change? Ashok told me that he would go to America the next day. This is indirect speech. Children, hopefully you have understood very well. Dear children, whatever we have learned in today's class, you need to keep those points in your mind. When we give the worksheets to you to solve the problems, to change from direct speech to indirect speech, when it comes to the examination, you need to be in position to understand. You need to be in position to understand how to change from direct speech to indirect speech. Hopefully, you have understood very well. When we ask you to change from direct speech to indirect speech, you need to be in position to change from direct speech to indirect speech. Before that, you need to understand the topic direct and indirect speech. and you need to understand the rules to be followed while changing direct speech and indirect speech. Dear students, thanks for watching, and hopefully you have concentrated more on this topic, and you have got a lot of ideas, and you have learned how to change from direct speech to indirect speech in today's class. No doubt at all, I think. Suppose you have any doubt, or if you have any doubt related to this topic, after the class is over, you may call me, I will answer the questions. Or when time permits you to ask the questions. When the time permits you to ask the questions, you can ask the questions. I'll give solutions to your doubts. No doubt at all. Dear children, in the next class, we will continue the topic direct indirect speech. When it comes to interrogative sentences, I mean WH questions, interrogative sentences and WH questions in direct and indirect speech. In terms of interrogative sentences, when it comes to auxiliaries, and when it comes to WH questions. In such cases, how to change from direct speech to indirect speech. In next class, we will learn the further important topics in direct and indirect speech. Okay, children. Thanks for watching one more time. Goodbye. See you in next class. Thanks for watching one more time.